Oh yeah, Monday morning. What's going on, peoples? It's JPad the Juggernaut. You know what I'm saying? That's LB. You know what I'm saying? That is the Mellow Man PDC, the omnipotent one. And we are the AM show. You know what I'm saying? Welcome, 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 everybody. You know what I'm saying? And of course, custom Beat King beats playing in the background. You know what I'm saying? L, how was your weekend, bro?
Pretty good. Didn't do too much. Sat on my crib, watch a lot of TV. That's a good thing.
Right, right. For sure, for sure. I could dig that. I could dig that. Or the TV was watching you. That's what you was telling
Yeah, you caught me. I was trying to smooth by it, but you on top of things. Yeah, I was
me.
all day, all weekend. I don't know what it was. I think it was too much smoke. It was too much smoke.
You already know Smokey Jones over there, Smokey Jones. Yes, indeed. Mellow P, how was your weekend, brother?
What's happening? I just flew in on a red eye from Atlanta.
Ooh, man. I know you jet lagging right now like a mug.
Yeah,
Ooh,
got in about midnight, got a couple winks, and got up for the show.
Right
that's
on, right on, right on. Once again, to the chat, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Most importantly, subscribing to the channels that we're on, which is we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitch, and we're on Kick this morning and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, with the custom Beat King, LB, and the Mellow Man. You know, this is the AM show, y'all. Just make sure y'all remember the AM show. You know what I'm saying? Whatever platform you're on, go look for JPad the Juggernaut and you will find the AM show. You know what I'm saying? Uh Podge, real quick, I wanted you to tap in and tell people about, once again, just to remind them about submitting their music to the radio show.
Oh, for sure. LFX Media .live. We'll drop it in the chat. Um,
I
we
got you
have
right now.
we got a 24/7 online radio station. So we have slots for DJs. If you want to come on and do a live stream, send us your stream key wherever you live streaming from, and you can be live on our station. If you're an artist and you got some music that is protected, and the Custom Beat King will, he'll let you know about what you need to do to have your music protected. But we need it in AAC form or MP3 form. Send us some music.
Absolutely, absolutely. And get your music played. This is a station that's running regularly and consistently throughout the week. And we want to make sure that you guys are heard and find ways to be heard. And the great man, Mellow Man, the Magic Man PDC done got us in position to where you guys can play music. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, tap in with that. Tap in with that, man. Well, my weekend was pretty productive. I finally put the finishing touches on the album for Dismos. The album is called NA or non-affiliated. For those of my people on the West Coast, they know exactly what that means. You know what I'm saying? Like, you show up in certain situations, people try to check you and see what set you claiming and this, that, and the third. You can actually say NA. That means I am non-affiliated. And more of us need to be non-affiliated in this world, in my opinion. But that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? But the album is going to be coming very soon. Last week, Miss Toy dropped Crash Out. Make sure you guys go check that out. Produced by Speak Low. Make sure that you guys are tapping into all these other things. The drill album that I was working on is coming very soon. You know what I'm saying? It's called Drill Call. It's the first in the series of the Taskmaster series. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to everybody that's tapping in right now. You know what I'm saying? We got the viewers starting to come in. You guys are the MVP. We thank y'all for tapping in with us because we got some good things to talk about every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Um, You know what I'm saying? But my weekend was pretty good. It was pretty good. I can't complain about it all. Got a lot done, got a lot of miscellaneous things that needed to be caught up. We got caught up, you know what I'm saying? Did a little something for the hometown homie. About to start working with him. That's El Cardio Beats. You know, for those who don't know, get familiar. El Cardio is coming. He's about to do his campaign as a solo artist, and that's all I'm going to say. What's going on? Simply is in the building, checking in early this morning. What up, Simply? Yeah, make sure y'all go check out Scotch Bottom, the album from Simply Kill, Mar B More in the chat here. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go tap in and check that out. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with the whole network, Hype the Landlord, everybody. Ross Misha, we're in the works of working on something new. So a lot of things going on, guys. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things going on. Everything is good. Everything is good. But without further ado, we're going to get into our topics for the day, and if you will, and let's go ahead and check it out. You know, I just picked this off from CNN. You know, this is according to CNN polls. Um, a CNN poll taken before the contentious Trump-Zelensky meeting shows that most Americans are unhappy with how President Donald Trump is doing his job. Overall, 52% disapprove of his performance, while 48% approve. So, as in the first month where his approval rating was up, it is starting to backslide. Steelers Nation, what's going on? What's going on? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You already know what it is, man. Simply said, sidebar, they played us on Whammo last night. Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. We got a nice little spin on the radio here in Pittsburgh. So big shout out to Whammo for putting us on and showing out. But yes, his approval rating, fellas, is starting to backslide. Are you guys surprised by that?
No.
That's an easy one.
I gotta explain. I just say no. I'm saying no. There's no explanation neither. Y'all can see why.
Oh yeah, it's been a lot of twists and turns so far, and it's only been slightly over a month, going on 2 months that this man has been in office, and the fallout continues, as you can see in the first thing here. Zelensky Trump fallout. President Donald Trump is set to address a joint session of Congress on Tuesday. That's tomorrow, for the first time in his second presidential term. It will be an opportunity for Trump to reassure voters about his leadership, just days after a catastrophic White House meeting with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky. On Sunday, European leaders held an emergency summit in London to rally support for Ukraine as British Prime Minister Keir Starmer seeks to wrestle control of peace negotiations away from the U.S. Russian officials and state media have expressed glee at the highly public diplomatic breakdown. The White House, meanwhile, is making it clear it views the showdown as an overwhelming win that underscores Trump's America First leadership. Yeah, fellas. Just real quick, we're going to unpack a little bit of this. We got to show it. We got to show people what actually went down last week. This video is definitely, in my opinion, disturbing. This most checking in. There he is. Good looking. I got the mix back. Yep. Got the mix back because that's what we do. We turn it around. Turn it up and turn it around. That's what we do. But yeah, man, let's play a little bit of this clip. You guys, man, I've never seen people in the Oval Office doing this kind of in my opinion, outlandishness. Check it. Okay, man. I apologize, guys. They were saying that we can't hear the audio. I don't know why, because normally we be getting some audio, but you know how it is in this type thing right here. See if we can pop it over here so you guys can get a listen real quick. Y'all just bear with me. You know what I'm saying? Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. See if we can get some audio now. Let me see here. All right. But real quickly, guys, just tap in. Did you guys watch this?
Yes.
You did see it? Just give me some quick little reaction.
I don't know if it was staged, or I don't know why they would film that kind of hostile situation and put it on the news like that, because they're going through a situation right now, and Trump just trying to throw his weight and trying to make it like you're trying to prove a point. It just, to me, was pointless.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Definitely had some things going on there. I don't know what he was talking about. You know, like kind of crazy. It was really heated for no reason at all. You know what I'm saying? And
Billy was the one. I don't know the full conversation, but the vice president, I think, started the way he was talking, and then Trump just like took over, and it was just pretty much they was bullying old boy, because really, what can he do? He coming for help, but
right. That's what Dismos just said. He said that they were basically bullying him. Hype the landlord's checking in. What's up, Hype? You already know what it is, man. Salute everybody tapping in this morning. Yeah, we're going to try to play a little bit of the clip here and see if we can get it going.
About Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the President of the United States' words mattered more than the President of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied our parts, big parts of Ukraine, part of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now the President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact
2015.
2014.
2014 and 2015.
2014.
Yeah. So
I was not here.
Yeah, but
That's exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, yeah, what the situation the same. The people have been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire, all of them told me that he will never go. We signed him with gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Count one.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't know
God
that.
bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering on this
position to
question.
dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly what
this.
you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very
You will
good.
feel influenced.
We're going to feel very
I'm
good and
telling
very
you,
strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself
very-
to be in a
from
very
the
bad position,
beginning
and
of
he
the
happens
war.
to be right about
From the
it.
very beginning of the war.
You're not
Mr.
in a
Brown,
good position.
I
You don't
was-
have the cards right now. With us, you start having
not playing
cards.
cards.
But right now, you
I'm
don't.
very
Yeah, you're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're
I'm
gambling
the
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War
What do you-
III.
what do you think
You're
about?
gambling with
What do you
World
think
War
about?
III. And
You-
what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country.
I'm
That's
with-
Okay. We're gonna stop it right there, guys. And we got to unpack a little bit of what was going on in that debate right there. That was crazy work right there, man. Like, what is y'all take, man? L, you gave your opinion. P, chime in, brother.
Yeah. I don't even know where to start. Just having grace and being able to have a decent discussion. Vance is just a puppet. You know what I mean? Trump actually wouldn't even endorse him. You know, they asked Trump a question a while ago, a couple of weeks ago, and was like, if something was to happen to you, or I can't remember how the question went, but he wouldn't even endorse Vance, like him coming in and taking the role as the president. But I want to go back to what was the percentage? What was the numbers of his support? What did it drop to?
50% disapproves, 48% approves. So 50% disapprove, 48% approves at this moment in time.
Right. So the ones that disapproved, you have to know that those are the people who voted for him. Because the ones that already was disapproving, like we already was disapproving. But now, I mean, how would this be the best representation of a Republican to come in office? Y'all vote for him, and 2 months in, then y'all disapprove of him. But those negotiating skills, it just reminded me like of a 10-year-old, you and your vice president both over talking, making threats. Now, honestly, to represent our country, and our arms, like we do want to have some type of aggressiveness, but over aggressiveness is not called for. And even after the fact, Zelensky, he posted on Twitter, he said, "Thank you, America. Thank you for your support. Thank you for this visit. Thank you, Pete POTUS, Congress and American people. Ukraine needs to just and lasting peace, and we're working exactly for that." So, I mean, he's trying to work something out, but they're just bullies and narcissists and just really going to get us in a lot of stuff for no reason.
I can see it. You're right about that, brother.
Yes. Everybody checking in. Thank you, Melanie. Thank you, Dismo said. They crazy. You know what I'm saying? Melanie Tolbert said yes, agreed, and most people probably are going to agree that that was just wild work, absolutely ridiculous. Me myself, I think that the country, whether people think it's in good hands or not. Yes, Blossom Nicole. Good morning, buenos dias. You already know. Thank you guys for tapping in. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all sharing the show and subscribing to our network. But yeah, absolutely horrendous work, to put that on display in front of the people, you know, and then having the rest of the world looking at us with this kind of rhetoric going on, where we're disrespectful to a wartime president, that our country has definitely supported. You know what I mean? Supported in this battle. There's a lot of things that are under the surface that the American people are not really paying attention to, because the average person is not paying attention to it. That's why we're bringing it to you now, and to let you know the severity of how serious this really can turn into. The rest of the world ended up meeting with Zelensky after that, and they actually rallied around him, and now they're looking at us like we're the big bad wolf, and that could spell trouble down the road. And that's what I think Zelensky was alluding to. Like there's things that are going to be frowned upon based off of that meeting. Don't tell America what we're going to be. But what we don't realize is, the rest of the world does have one advantage, and that is they are way further ahead of us in time and real physical time. And so, just from that principle alone right there, that was just a bad look. It felt like to me that they were doing that just for ratings. They didn't do that for any other reason. They wanted to make something sensational happen on television and try to vilify this guy. And yeah, it's really unfortunate, man. And I think that's just being this early into his presidency. That's not a good look. That's not a good look. I see that I see the approval rating declining rapidly from here, because there's more there's more things to unpack about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could even forward down to this particular part of politics, just so people know what's really going on. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look real quick. We're going to go to this tab. Sorry about that, guys. We're going to go to this. Let's take a look here. It says U.S. Congress is nowhere close to a deal to avert shutdown ahead of the March 14th deadline. Now, let's read a little bit. With less than 2 weeks to go before a March 14th deadline, Republicans and Democrats in the U.S. Congress appear to be nowhere close to a deal to avert a government shutdown that would throw Washington into deeper turmoil. The talks have been complicated by President Donald Trump, who has ignored spending laws passed by Congress, suspended foreign aid, and fired tens of thousands of federal workers. Both sides say his actions are the biggest sticking point as they seek to reach a deal that would provide government funding beyond March 14th, when it is due to expire. Get this, people. That's in 11 days. That is in 11 days. Democrats say they are trying to secure guarantees that would prevent Trump and his budget slashing point person, billionaire Elon Musk, from firing more workers or canceling more government programs. Hakeem Jeffries said, "We will continue to make clear that the law has to be followed." And that's the House Democratic leader. Republicans even say Democrats are trying to undo Trump's actions, which they call a non-starter. The bigger issue is the Democrats' insistence on putting poison pills into the bill that will restrict the president's abilities. That's what Susan Collins of Maine, she's a Republican senator, said. She says she's very close to an agreement with Democrats that would fund the government at current levels through September 30th, the end of the fiscal year. Trump has said on social media that he supports that approach. Real quickly, guys. Yeah, yeah. Let's talk about that real fast, man. You know, we have a potential government shutdown in a matter of days. Um, I don't know how to take that. I don't know what you guys think. Do you think it's going to happen first and foremostly, and secondarily, um, where is our government going? Where is our government going from here?
Our government's going downward because money's values dropping, everything's changing in our form of life and stuff. So you know, what I mean, the U.S. is almost getting the less respect out of the money currency right now. Anyway, if you really think about it, pretty soon our money might be obsolete. So I don't know the way Trump doing things right now. Y'all better start saving money.
Or getting into crypto or something, you know what I mean, finding other forms of monetary value. And it's almost like, even if you're not savvy with it, you gotta start looking at these options, because you know the paper dollar may be extinct faster than we even anticipate, and you're going to have to start finding other ways of income and currency. P.
Yeah, that's the good thing about this administration. That same day on March 14th, Bank of America, it starts with Bank of America, but the acceptance of crypto across the board, is something that another thing that Trump is putting into effect. We talked about this on another show. The XRP president, which is a crypto, he's going to be the crypto czar in his administration. So the XRP coin is going to skyrocket, after the 14th, but it's a coin I got in around 60 cents and it's close to $3 now. So they're saying by the end of this year, it'll be up to $5, but this is expected to be the next Bitcoin. So pay attention, folks. Grab you some XRP. I don't care if it's $100 worth, but this is what you call a long-term investment where you don't actually have to, oh, I made some money and pull it out. No, this is like a retirement fund. Think about if you put $100 into XRP today, and it's supposed to be the next Bitcoin. So let's say you don't touch it for 15 years. That $100 is going to look real nice in your bank accounts.
Nicely done, P. Nicely done. Well said, brother. Well said. We're not going to just stay on politics the whole entire time. We're going to move forward. We're going to move forward, man, and we're going to talk real quickly about the Oscars. The Oscars definitely was a thing that transpired last night. We got the 2025 winners, and we'll see who took home the Academy Award. Let's scroll down here real quick so we can quickly go to Best Picture. Anora was the winner. You know what I'm saying? Of Best Picture, Best Actor in the leading role was Adrian Brody in The Brutalist. Best Actress in the leading role was Mikey Madison for Anora. I didn't see this movie, but obviously there was some really good stuff going on there. Obviously, Best Actor in a supporting role was Kieran Culkin in A Real Pain. The Best Actress in a supporting role is our sister Zoe Salonda in Amelia Perez. The Best Director was Sean Baker for Anora. This movie, Anora, I don't know what it was. You know what I mean? Melanie says she didn't watch. No, we didn't either, probably. But, being that P was on the jet lag and LB, by the time when the night is come.
A pillow come.
Yes, night. You won't go night night. You won't go night night.
You just sit right there. Don't move now.
But yeah, best cinematography, The Brutalist. Best international feature film was I'm Still Here. Best adapted screenplay was Conclave. Best original screenplay was Nora again. This movie was something else, I guess. Best live action short film was I'm Not a Robot. Best animated short film was In the Shadow of Cypress. Best animated feature film was Flow. Best documentary short was The Only Girl in the Orchestra. Best documentary feature film was No Other Land. Best original song was El Mal from Amelia Perez. That's Zoe Salonda there. You know what I'm saying? Best original score was The Brutalist. Best makeup and hairstyling, and so on and so forth. Man, there's a bunch of awards that they give out at these Oscars. You know what I mean? So yeah, guys. You know, we don't really watch
Nah.
we don't really watch these things, but we want to make people aware of what's going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? So it's important to uncover those things. You know, like what do you guys think of the Oscars? I mean, do you guys really watch a lot of movies? And if you do, you know, give me your take on that.
No, I ain't watched damn one of the movies you listed on that venue right there. Um, I watch selected movies like The Family Business, stuff like that. See, I'm waiting for season 6 for that to come out. See, that should be nominated or something, something like that. See, I see now. Now I don't see no support for none of that. Now that's what you should be getting nominated for. They should have a whole black Oscar Joan, so they can have different
Oh yeah,
because it seems like they just have movies normal. I'm gonna have to see what that movie is like
yeah.
because I ain't even never heard of it to even see it to watch it.
Right, man. It's something that we got to start paying attention to as our people, like supporting our own thing. Like they had the boycott last Friday. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how well it went over, but you know, I was watching a lot of footage on social media, and people were showing clips at these stores. The ones that were in particularly in effect was Target, Walmart, a couple of different of videos I saw where Walmart was stripped to the bare bones. It was empty in a lot of those. So I think that you know it did have an impact. At least for the day, it did show that people can follow direction, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure not everybody you know followed the script. I'm pretty sure somebody had to go to these places for certain things, whether it be medication or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that these black shows do need a little bit more of a support. You know what I'm saying? There are people in Hollywood that look like us that are doing things, and supporting them is very important. You know what I mean? Like we gotta make sure that we're supporting our own. And you know, we were just briefly talking about the boycott P. You know what I'm saying? Lights of all this other stuff. What did you think? Do you think it had an impact when it was a blackout?
Uh, just looking at numbers wise, like the complete cycle is 30 days. You know, your credit card payments is 30 days, and you know, when you're late, they kind of give you like 5 days extra. You know what I'm saying, before they really report you to to them peoples. But one day, like, you know, you can almost hold your breath for one day and still be, you know what I'm saying? I think it takes a whole 30-day cycle. And then why stop there? Because don't make it like a trend, you know, like KRS-One used to say, a passing phase or a hoax with a rope. You know what I'm saying? Make it forever. Make it last forever. You know what I mean? If you want to turn around, you need an alternate space to be in. You know, if we're complaining about it, why are we going to boycott and then go right back to Walmart and shop? You know what
That
I'm
part.
saying? What are we doing here?
Exactly. Exactly. Well said, P. Well said, because that is the key. You know, when we had boycotts in the past, they lasted 30 something odd days. Now, you want to make an economic impact, just like P said, try that. And let's see where the economy goes from there. Because if nobody buys from these big corporations and we just stick to our own, you know, local mom and pops and people that we know that are people of color that own these establishments, the impact is going to be felt greatly. You know, it's going to be felt greatly. Do you think there's a discrepancy when you are a smaller business like that, where there's products that the big store has that the people that are in these smaller business outfits, you know, they may not be able to supply the needs of the people, or do you feel like that shouldn't matter?
The playing field is it's unfair. You know what I'm saying? A lot of advantages you get for just being a conglomerate, and you know, I feel like here in the United States, they kind of, you know, they're not going to let Amazon get but so far. They're not going to let Google get but so far. But for the most part, I worked at Walmart for 3 years, and you know, it was called the Nightmare on Elm Street. You know what I'm saying? What they did, they disguised a new store and made it seem like it was for us by us. They hired a lot of blacks and then kind of
not
fake.
not FUBU.
Yes, for us by us. They hired a lot of blacks and then start slowly phasing them out. But that store was actually, and this is one of the advantages that the conglomerates get. That store was a test. So if it would have failed, they was going to write that off and get their money back. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be an unfair advantage. I remember back in the day, um, when we had the Central Mall. You know, we had black stores up in there, and we had a few stores. We could go to Hammond's. You know, we could go to the Gear Cave. I made all of those options first, and shout out to them, the
Yeah,
pioneers.
Sarah's Tees.
Charity, you know, all of those. I went to all of them first before I went to Kaufman's or Sears or, you know, whatever. It was the merry-go-round in the mall. We got, you know, trendy stuff, kind of hip hopish, but it wasn't us. It wasn't for us and by us.
Wow, you
Kid,
just went into the spin cycle there, brother. I mean,
you went to the
geez,
Kid Play era right there.
man. Melanie, who's been chiming in, thank you, Melanie. She said, then we need more black businesses. There are no black owned grocery stores in my area, not even a corner store no more. Well, Melanie, are you still in Erie? Because if you are, there's help is on the way. This brother right here is getting ready to have a store that will be available. Where's your location again, brother?
558 East 8th Street.
Yep, the In and Out store. In and Out, you know what I'm saying? So make sure that you stay tapped in, and LB is going to let us all know when that is going to go down. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I
Yes,
will.
indeed.
I think she on the west side. I think Mel is on the west side. We got Barbara's Market over there. Boy Ash over there.
Okay. Okay, good deal. See, this is how the network is the net worth. So, you know, people are in the know. Yes, she said she is on the lower west side of Erie, PA. And so, yeah, so there it is. P just gave you the plug,
Mhm.
so to speak. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's see if we can monitor this and see how it goes from here. If the people try to get with this program and try, you know, to go an extended a period of time with that, you know, because it would take that to have an economic impact. One day, I think was like I was telling you guys last week when we were off air. You know what I'm saying? Jada the Goat, what's going on? Top of the morning to you. You already know what it is, man. You already know. But yeah, we were talking last week, and I was saying that, with it just being one day, just one day was just a test, if you will. It was a test to see if people can, see the message, follow the message, and follow suit. But really, like P said, the real test, she's saying lower, somewhere where she can get to. Okay. So the lower west side. I don't know if there's a store in that area. I would imagine that, depending on if you're mobile or not, Melanie, that, where was that place that you just mentioned?
Barbara's store. I'm not sure exactly. It's Ash Watts. That's his name on Facebook. But it's Steve Spearman's little brother. I'm not exactly. I know he's on the west side, so I guess probably got to be a little mobile, scoot around.
She said she's not vehicle-wise mobile. Oh, okay. Well, West 26th. Oh, that's where he is. West 26. He must be. Oh, so she's on the lower, and it may be difficult to commute there if you don't have means of transportation. I understand. Well, we're going to hope that something pops up in the lower west side, in your area, and somebody opens up a business that's convenient for people in that region. She said yes. She said, yes, that's a difficult commute. Okay. I understand. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. If we do hear of a business that pops up in your area, we're going to let you know. She said prayers. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. And now, and that's all we can do is, we can hope and pray that, more people embrace the entrepreneurial spirit and go ahead and, start themselves a business. I say do the research of that business, see how you fit yourself into it, and see if this is something that you could definitely see yourself doing for an extended period of time. You know what I mean? And then we go from there, because all three of us, we are independent, business owners of our own. And so, we understand the impact that it has when an area doesn't have a business that we can identify with. So, get into it and get involved, and let's see how it ends up. But yeah, fellas, we're going to move on to the next subject, because another thing happened over the weekend, and we're going to have to bring this up because this was pretty controversial in the sport of boxing. We talked about boxing before, but we're just going to roll a really quick little clip of this. But it was the Lamont Roach versus Tank Davis fight. It ended quite controversially. You know what I mean? It ended up in a draw, but most people that watched the fight will safely say that Tank Davis did not win this fight. But have a look at this real quick.
The fight to Davis. Davis high guard, wanting to explode with the left. Oh, and that right, but Davis took off some of the steam of the punch, but still, Roach leaned with it. He took a knee. He took a knee. The fight to Davis. Davis high guard, wanting to explode with the left. Oh, and that right, but Davis took off some of the steam of the punch, but still, Roach leaned with it. He took a knee. He took a knee.
Okay, guys, he took a knee. Didn't seem like it was a complete knee, but she said, "Wow." She said, "Wow." But yeah. It didn't look like he took a complete knee, but yet and still, the rules are the rules. When you take a knee like that in a fight, especially after a punch like that, that is considered a knockdown. And LB called it. We were talking about it yesterday, and yeah, man, that looked quite controversial. Let me just get you guys real time take on the fight that happened the other night.
From what it looks like to me, if your knee hit the canvas, you're supposed to be considered knocked down. I don't never heard of the rules where he say, "Hold on, I got some grease in my eyes. Let me hold him, get some towel and wipe my eye real quick," and they just stop the fight for all that. Just let him come back on like ain't nothing happened. I ain't never seen nothing at that level.
was that was that was that the Soul Glow? Did he have the Soul Glow?
In his eye. But it didn't drip until what round this happened. It should have dripped in the first 2 rounds. If that was the case,
Follow the drip.
that 1 second, it never burned no more after that.
We talking about follow the drip?
He got stung right before he did. He probably was dazed. He didn't know where he was at. He said, "Shit, let me take this quick knee, get my head together."
The chat's laughing it up on that one. You know, follow the drip.
He looked both. He looked left and right, and then he took that knee, and then he ran to his corner. You got the tape. You can play it back. But I don't know where to do that at. That's professional boxing right there.
The fight to Davis. Davis high guard wanting to explode with the left. Oh, and that right, but Davis took off some of the steam of the punch, but still, Roach Lee moved up and he took a knee. He took a knee. The fight to Davis.
Stunning.
Well,
I said he was stunning. You know what to do. He know he's about to get hit with a bunch of shit. He said, "Let me take that knee. Get my head back right."
yes, indeed. She said, "How was it a tie?" We're trying to unpack that right now, Melanie. We don't know how it was a tie. I mean, from
you always get a champ to benefit if it's a close fight. But
They do.
with that knockdown, that should have made it edge it over the Roach.
it should have. It should have. I agree. P.
Well, it's an age-old tactic in the boxing world. Like it's a setup for a rematch. That's all it is. I mean, the champ, you have to knock the champ out to overwhelmingly, the same thing in any sport. They'd be like the referees cheated or this and that. You got to beat the opponent and the refs and Vegas. So, but I don't see. The sport has dwindled down to, the showmanship and the outside of the ring, not focus. I mean, Tank, a couple weeks ago, he challenged Mayweather to come out. He don't want that smoke with Mayweather, but simply because Mayweather is serious about conditioning. And I'm sure he's still in great condition, but I don't think Mayweather wants to fight again because he don't want to tarnish his record. You know what I'm saying? But if this is the best that you got, you wouldn't stand a chance with Mayweather. 'Cause they don't spend a lot of time dedicated and out here just. I'm a professional boxer. I make millions of dollars, so this comes first. You got to have like a Mamba attitude and rise to the cream of the crop.
Well said, brother. Well said. Well said. Melanie, once again, she said sports are not the same anymore with all this betting. Yeah, Vegas is involved. Vegas is involved in professional sports, period. And we've been unpacking it, traditional Erie hundo. You know what I'm saying? For real. It's Vegas is involved in all professional sports, including women's professional sports. Things have been taking a real sour turn. People are starting to see that the jig is up in a lot of these professional sports. I personally think that the NFL of all sports is the most blatant, guiltiest culprit because the more that we watch this sport that we grew up to witness, the more that Vegas gets involved in the lines and the betting, the more that the league just seems scripted. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just trying to single out the NFL, but you seeing it now starting to trickle into all these sports. And boxing was the main reason why Vegas existed, because before all these other sports got involved, you remember back in the day, the main thing that you would go to the casino and bet on was the boxing matches or the race horses. And now, you have all the major sports involved. And it's like, you got to think that there's some scripting going on because everybody can't win. Everybody can't when they make the odds real shifty and difficult. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's just it's just a big mess, guys. It's just a big mess. So what do you guys think? Does Vegas influence a lot of this?
Yes. Ever since the gambling been getting more and more popular, that's all you've been seeing is games that look obviously set up, rigged, and what other words you want to use. So yeah, I fully agree with that.
P.
Definitely. I'll take it back again, and you're absolutely right. Boxing, if it wasn't for Vegas, I don't think boxing would kind of even. I'm not going to say it wouldn't exist, but you know that's what got boxing hanging on strings is Vegas. But when parlays first started, I know y'all remember the Bears when William Refrigerator Perry got that touchdown.
Yeah, in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's when Vegas started. You know what? We're gonna start parlays. You know, what are the chances that a lineman will make a touchdown? What are the chances? And it got so out of whack. Like, hey, I wonder if Brett Favre is gonna come in with green shoestrings or white shoestrings, and they're betting on everything down to the, you know,
To the uniform.
to the uniform, everything. And it started back then when big guy Refrigerator Perry broke the scene with a touchdown, and then they started that parlay betting back then.
My goodness, great point, P. I didn't even realize that was the jump off. You know what I mean? I didn't realize that was the jump off. That was really crazy that actually went down. Oh yes, Melanie. Do they really bet on that? Yeah, they will bet on who wins the coin toss in a game. That's one of the parlays that you can put in. And for those who don't know what a parlay is what you do is you take a series of, situations in the game, and you kind of like predict what's going to happen, and it increases the potential of your payout if those things do come to pass in the game, or come close to a percentage of what they call, the plus and the minus of betting. You know what I mean? But yes, they do bet on really sensational things. They'll bet on the color of the football. They'll bet on, will Steph Curry wear yellow sneakers tonight? I mean, you can see a lot of wild parlays that you can put together when even if you have one of these apps. Now Podge is in a state where you can't even have an app for betting, so he would have to go directly, just like Monopoly. You go directly to the casino, and you have to place your bets there. But yeah, they have these parlays that are outstandingly crazy, and it's almost like you're taking again. It's just like the lottery, where you have a hunch that these numbers are going to hit. But we also think that the lottery is very similar to Vegas, because I think they knew a days ahead what numbers was going to come out. If you luck up, great, but it's the same thing with sports betting. It's getting to a point where you can bet on any sport. As you can see, I don't bet. Yeah, that's okay. That's what we're here for. The AM show, the kings of the AM. We are here to administer and minister these these things, and so that we all are in the know of what it is that's going on. Well, great talk on that, guys. I don't know. Tank and Roach got to run it back. They got to run it back.
Definitely got to run it back.
Do you guys got an early prediction for the run back if it does happen?
Tank will knock him out. Tank gonna knock him out.
Yeah, he going back to his original trainer. So yeah, I think he will go. I think he's gonna do a little bit better. I think Tank was too cautious with him. Then it got too late in the round, and he couldn't even put it on him because dude was on his ass.
And those are the what we call the championship rounds. You know, the championship rounds was definitely swaying towards Roach's favor after looking at it. I actually watched it in real time, and in the later rounds, it was Roach that was the stronger fighter in the whole thing. Not saying that he wasn't getting hit, because both of them showed that they were getting hit, but Roach definitely had the leather, and he was administering like a minister with the leather, flashing it and splashing it. in my Walt Frazier, in my Clyde Frazier voice, flashing and splashing.
Razzle, razzle, huh?
Stinging and ringing.
I did want to give one example of a parlay that I looked at during the Super Bowl. It was called All I Want for My Birthday, which Saquon Barkley, it was a 5-leg parlay. Saquon Barkley's birthday was on the Super Bowl. So if Saquon scored in the first half, if he scored in the second half, it was 5 legs. He scored in the first half, scored in the second half, he'd get 150 yards. It was a plus 1,200. So if you were to bet $100 and all of those parlays hit, then you just made $1,300.
Good God Almighty, yes, you did.
But we saw how that turned out, because all year.
For those who didn't understand what you just said, it was plus. You said 1,200, or it was plus 1,200. So if you put $100 on that, you add the 1,200 to it, and that's why the payout is 1,300. Am I correct, Mello?
Absolutely, but leading up to the Super Bowl, those geniuses at Vegas, they like, ain't no way this Saquon is going to score in the first half and the second half and get 150 yards, because they keying on him. So if anything, the Eagles is going to come out and use him as a decoy, or whatever. But definitely, I don't think any of those legs showed up in the parlay.
And that's how they do it too, man. It's like, I had a ridiculous one myself. I had parlayed a tennis match that was prior to the Super Bowl, and then I had these picks that were kind of ridiculous, but my payout would have been something tremendous on a $5 bet. It was somewhere in the upper levels of $5,000, but it was kind of ridiculous what I picked. But of course, I just bet for fun. I don't really take it too serious. I only put like $5-6 on a bet, and then put some magical parlay together. And in most cases, if you are on these apps, they will try to recommend a series of parlays. So I had it to where, Hunt scored a touchdown, Mahomes scored a touchdown, Kelsey scored a touchdown, and the receiver who was hot at that time for the Chiefs scored a touchdown, and then Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley all scored a touchdown in the game. I thought it was going to be that close of a game, but obviously, as we see, my Clyde voice, they were spinning and winning. They were running and gunning. They were destroying and toying with the Kansas City Chiefs. It was a landslide, man. It was not even close. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they busted out the whooping stick, as our old Sports Center terminology says. Oh, and Melanie said, yeah, because they kept talking about his birthday. Oh, I get it. There you go. Now you can correlate these things. You know what I mean? Like, betting is involved in darn near anything. I wouldn't even be surprised if the Oscars last night had a parlay. It's bleeding outside of sports, y'all. It's going to get into the other realms, man. But look, we got a couple minutes left, fellas. Let's go ahead and get our funny in for the morning. And of course, courtesy of the great man LB, he always uncovers something crazy, and this is just something that is, you know what I'm saying? Melanie, we got Melanie cracking up this morning. Hey, it's a lot of funny. Well, here's another one to get you laughing. Of course, if you don't know who the character is that's sitting here on our screen, that is a clip from the Boondocks, and it says Uncle Ruckus needs a podcast. Now, if you guys are not familiar with the TV series The Boondocks, and you're not familiar with Uncle Ruckus himself, he is a so-called white man trapped in a black man's body, and his you want to talk about you want to talk about a wild parable. This character was probably one of the wildest. First of all, his appearance is crazy. He has one big fish eye that's like a glass eye, and he's built crazy. He looks, and his name is Uncle Ruckus. I mean, it can't get more heinous than that. It just doesn't get more heinous than that. She said, I saw that episode. She's laughing right now. Yeah. So we got to bring it to the people one time. This is your Monday morning humor, ladies and gentlemen. I present to you Uncle Ruckus.
Black women don't want to be happy. They squeeze out about 7 or 8 of them little nappy-headed children by the time they 21. It's all downhill from there. Look at that. Oh, that woman's body over there, that's a temple. A black woman's body is a temple of doom. When was the last time you saw a black woman jogging, Robert? Ask yourself that question. And I ain't talking about them super steroided she-males in the Olympics that tuck their testicles up either. Well, come to think of it. That's what I thought. You ain't never seen it. Because black women don't jog. That way they don't sweat out all them industrial strength toxic Avenger chemicals they use to straighten out their hair.
Sarah loves to jog.
Well, of course you do. Sarah is a human being. Well, black women don't want to be happy. They squeeze out.
That's funny.
That man was on Snapdragon. Let's run it back one more time for the people in the back.
About 7 or 8 of them little nappy-headed children by the time they 21. It's all downhill from there. Look at that. Oh, that woman's body over there, that's a temple. A black woman's body is a temple of doom. When was the last time you saw a black woman jogging, Robert? Ask yourself that question. And I ain't talking about them super steroided she-males in the Olympics that tuck their testicles up either. Well, come to think of it. That's what I thought. You ain't never seen it. Because black women don't jog. That way they don't sweat out all them industrial strength toxic Avenger chemicals they use to straighten out their hair.
Sarah loves to jog.
Well, of course you do. Sarah is a human being. Well, black women don't want to be happy. They
He
squeeze.
said, but of course you do. Sarah's a human being. Right, Mel, until that black girl ran by. That's the part that y'all didn't see, but yeah, that was just a funny clip that the great man LB. I definitely appreciate you, L, because you definitely keep the laughs going throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? That was our moment, funny moment of the day. And yeah, we've gotten over just a slight bit over an hour, fellas. It's time to make the day productive. For everybody that is watching, thank you guys for tuning in this morning. Make sure once again you guys are subscribing, most importantly, because that's what we need. We need subscriptions to start turning this corner. Make sure you're liking, make sure you're sharing the AM show, and and we greatly appreciate it. This is our, what are we going into, guys? Our 4th week or 3rd week? I want to say it's our 4th week. This is the beginning of our 4th week of the AM show, and couldn't be happier for all the people that are participating. Thank you guys. Thank y'all 150 million times, because you could be doing anything else in the morning, but you coming and hanging with us. You know what I'm saying? The three kings, we three kings of Orient are. Yes, you have a blessed day too, Melanie. You know what I'm saying? You have a blessed day. But for LB, the Mellow PDC, I am J Pad, the Juggernaut. We are out of here, and we will see you guys on Wednesday with some more topics. Make sure y'all stay locked in. Peace.